Hi guys, Professor Gustavo here. Today let's take a look at some basic Jiu-Jitsu self-defense, getting rid of a wrist hold or wrist grab, okay? This is very common against women or kids, because if it's men against men, usually we're gonna push each other or hold the t-shirt or the sweater or something like that, right? Grabbing the wrist is more a strength-based move, so I'm a bigger person, I'm a man against a woman, or again, against a kid, right? So different ways we can release the wrist grab. It depends how I'm grabbing. I could grab palm up, palm down. I could have cross grip. I could have 2-on-1, okay? These are the most basic grips. We're gonna see the principles and the concepts behind it, so you can apply the same concept for any different type of grip that I'm not covering today. And also important, today we are covering the situation where we are still here, right? We are not moving around. I'm not trying to drag her into my car or something like that. It's more a situation where I'm trying to hold and control her and talk to her, listen to me, something like that. Or maybe I'm just a bully here, or we are in a party and I'm just holding her and saying how pretty and attractive she is, right? So in case I'm controlling her and dragging her somewhere, then it's a different story we're gonna cover maybe another day, but she will have to add some base there, right? If I'm pulling her and she stays where she is, I'm gonna be able to drag her. So she has to add some base, open up her base so she finds the center of balance there in between her base, right? That's a different story. She will have to lean back and probably start screaming and calling for help. That would be the best situation here as she works to break the grip, right? But today we are stationary here. I'm just holding her and trying to talk and threaten her, okay? So let's take a look at the concepts here, right? That you can do for any type of grab, okay? So 3 important things. The way I'm holding her arm, okay? She is gonna free her wrist always towards the opening, and the opening is towards my fingers, right? She won't be able to break this if she pushes her hand down against the palm of my hand, right? The opening is right here, so she always wants to go through the opening. Another important detail here is she wants to make her wrist as small and as thin as possible so it goes through the opening. So she won't be able, or it will be much harder for her to free her wrist if she goes with the flat part of her wrist, right? It's much easier if she aligns here the radius bone against my grip. Now it pops out easily. If she frees, it goes easily, right? It's thinner compared to this wider part, okay? Even if I have a big hand or she has a small wrist, even if I'm able to wrap my fingers around, it's still the way to go, right? She cannot go this way against the palm of my hand. The other important thing is, see that, let's say she grabs me here. See that she has a nice grip here because our forearms are aligned, right? They are parallel like this. As soon as I start making an angle with my forearm into perpendicular angle, her grip is going to start to get weakened, right? She cannot follow the motion of my forearm, right? It bends her wrist, it bends her fingers. It's a weird position for her hand. It weakens her grip. So that's my go-to. I want to start getting as perpendicular as possible and eventually even bring my elbow closer to her elbow in order to break this grip, right? I start parallel and I start inverting. My hand goes closer to my chest and my elbow goes closer to her elbow, right? So those are the fundamentals there. You can apply those fundamentals for any type of grip. So let's start here with the basic one, which is one-handed grip, okay? And I could have my palm up or down as we talked before, right? So palm up, where's the opening? It's right here, right? She's gonna start bringing her hand closer to her chest and bring her elbow close to my elbow. If she's very strong, she will probably be able to do like that, right? Just with her arm strength. Do your arm strength. She's very strong, she will be able to break. If I'm much stronger and bigger than her, that's not gonna work. So what does she have to do? She has to walk close to me and use her body pushing her elbow towards my elbow, right? Let me demonstrate here. She controls my wrist. If I'm very strong, yeah, I just pop it out, right? If I cannot break this, I'm gonna have to use my elbow. I'm gonna walk towards her, bringing my hand closer to my chest and my elbow closer to her elbow until I pop that grip, right? Of course, my other hand, I'm gonna be protecting here if it's the fight is starting already, right? But if she's just controlling, I don't wanna punch her. The fight hasn't started. I'm just trying to get rid of this. Hand close to my chest, elbow closer to her elbow. Not only with my arm strength, but I drive my body. So anyone, it doesn't matter how strong or how light I am, I break that grip. So very important here too, anytime that I'm walking towards her, I have to pay attention on my leg position. I cannot step my leg in between his legs or in front of her leg, because she might foot sweep me here, right? So I always step out as I bring my hand close to my chest and I drive my elbow towards her elbow. Different grip. I have my palm down, okay? So where is the opening? The opening is down here. It's actually hard to control like this. Usually I'm gonna be controlling more like my hand on the outside, the palm to the outside, and my fingers to the inside here, right? So if she controls me like that, I'm gonna turn my wrist to find the opening, and I'm gonna bring my hand towards my chest, and I'm gonna slice my elbow past over her wrist. Almost like if you guys are familiar with Muay Thai and kickboxing, it's basically a slicing elbow. She controls my wrist with palm down. I'm going to start bringing my hand close to my chest as I walk forward so I can use my body against the grab, right? My elbow is going to slice over her wrist, breaking the grip. She tries on me, I grab her. She walks towards me, bring the hand close to the chest and slices over my grip, right? That's how it's gonna break the grip. She's gonna break the grip. Of course, it requires practice, but as everything, you know, it becomes automatic and natural. The more you practice, the more natural. She grabs my hand, my wrist, I'm already slicing, right? I walk towards her, bring my hand close to my chest, my elbow slices over her wrist. Two hands on one. Of course, it's a much harder now because I'm much stronger and probably I'm gonna use this grip to drag her, right? She will have to add the base and we see this in another video, but right now just breaking this grip. Same idea, but she's gonna use the help of the other hand. My fingers are here, right? I'm controlling. This is the opening, this is the opening, this is the opening. She's going to engage, walk towards me, bring her hand closer to her chest, drive her elbow towards my elbows until she frees that grip. She controls on me. Maybe I'm weaker. It's hard to do with one hand. I'm going to use my other hand to help me. I walk towards her. My hand goes to my chest. My elbow slices through both of her arms, right? Not to the outside, right in between her arms, where I can free that grip. Of course, if the elbow slides all the way up towards the chin, even better. And let's see now, cross grip, okay, which is it's not very common, but you know, it's kind of easier to break too. So how are we gonna do it? Where is the opening? The opening is right here, right? We talked about before turning the wrist to find the opening, right? So it could be the radius bone or it could be the ulna here, right? Either edge of the wrist. So in this case, since I have a cross grip, what she's gonna do is, first, she doesn't want to turn this way because her hand is going against the palm of my hand, as we talked before. So she has to go this way. And plus, if she comes this way, she's offering her back to me. No good. Cross grip, she's gonna walk that way 90 degrees, which is already putting strain on my grip, and she's gonna use her left hand to push my wrist. away as she pries her hand out. Cross grip, she's gonna walk away to have an angle. When she gets this 9-degree position, my grip has already weakened. She found the edge of her wrist. She's gonna push my hand as she pulls his hand out. She gets a cross grip on me. I'm gonna walk 9 degrees, already putting strain on her grip, right? And it's not only my arm, it's my body. I'm coming close into her and I'm checking her wrist, right? I break that grip, 9 degrees. Even if I keep walking more towards her, right, they're harder to hold my hand. So I walk and I check the hand so I can push her hand and free mine. And just by the fact that I'm coming here with an angle 9 degrees to her, right, I'm moving away from her. So if she tries to follow me, she will never be able to close the distance as fast as me, because I'm circling in a smaller diameter compared to her. She's coming around, I'm on the inside. And also, of course, I can just pop that grip, or I can pop and hold, so I have a nice angle to strike if that's needed, or just running away. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe.